going to be assessing your musculoskeletal. We're essentially just be assessing your range of motion of your joints. I've given us plenty of privacy. We're going to start with your spine, so I'm going to have you stand up. I'm going to have you look that way, bend over and touch your toes. I'm going to make sure your spinal cavity is in alignment, making sure your thoracic and your lumbar cavity is flattened out, and it is. Looks beautiful, and you're at a beautiful 90 degree. You can stand up. Now it's testing your flexion. Now we're going to test your extension. So I'm going to have you bend just at your back, with your back, go backwards. Good. Now you stand up straight. Can you turn around and face me? We're going to test your left and right lateral bending. So I'm going to have you bend to the right, bend to the left. All right. Now I'm going to have you do your left and right rotations. So I'm going to have you use your shoulders and look over and turn for right. Do the same thing on your left. Beautiful. So that takes care of your spine, full range of motion. That all looks good. So now we're going to move on to your shoulders. So we're going to start out by having you move your arms straight with your elbows straight, up at 180 degrees. Now move them and keep going back as far as you can. Beautiful. You can put your hands at your side. We're going to test abduction and adduction. So put your hands over your head. Bring them down for adduction. Bring them up for abduction. Beautiful. Now you can put your hands down. We're going to do internal and external rotation. So I'm going to have you put your hands behind your head. Now I'm going to have you put them behind your back like you're being arrested. Good job. Now take care of your shoulders. Full range of motion. You can put your hands at your side. So we're going to do your wrists and your fingers. I'm going to have you put your wrist out. I'm going to have you bend them for flexion at your wrist. Now straighten them up for extension. And I'm going to have you do that one more time against my resistance. So just at your wrist, bend them down. Now bend them up. Good job. Now we're going to essentially do the same thing with just your fingers. So hands out again. Bend your fingers down. Now bend your fingers up. I'm going to have you do that again against my resistance. So straighten your fingers, flat, flat, flat. Now you can bend them down. Now you can straighten them. Good. Now we're going to do ulnar and radial deviation. So keep your hands where they're at, flat as well. To do ulnar, you're going to go out, a little bit of resistance there. Go in as much as you can with your radial deviation. Good job. Now I'm going to have you spread your fingers out, make a fist, and go thumb to all of your fingers. And go back. Beautiful. Now we're done with that. So we're going to move on to your hips. First thing we're going to test is your flexion. I'm going to grab a chair in case you need some balance. So I'm going to have you take your, you can come stand in front of the chair. I'm going to have you take your right foot and move it backwards as far as you can. Straight out, straight, straight, straight. No. Straight beside you, back. Yeah, beautiful. That's testing your extension. Now do it with your left side. Back. Good. Now you can stand. So now we're going to test your abduction and adduction. So essentially for adduction, you're going to bring your leg in and then back out for abduction. Now we're going to repeat with your left side. Bring your foot in and then back out. Good job. So that takes care of abduction, adduction, and extension. So now we're going to lay down for the remainder of the hips. We'll move this chair out of the way, have you lay down on your back, feet straight out in front of you. We're going to test your flexion. So first of all, I'm going to have you take your right leg and straighten it. Keep it straight and raise it. Now bend your knee towards your chest. Now you can put it back down. Now I'm going to have you raise your right leg straight up and bend your right knee in towards your chest. Good job. Now we're going to test your internal and external rotation. So I'm going to have you take your left knee, bend it up. I'm going to have you move it out for external, move it in for internal. Now I'm going to have you do that with your right leg, bend your knee in, and then go in for internal, out for external. Beautiful. That concludes our musculoskeletal and range of motion assessment. You have full range of motion on all your extremities. And that's it. Thank you.